Hi, I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. Welcome back to my weekly 5 in 5 series where I share 5 quick tips in just 5 minutes on decluttering and also living a simpler life with less. So if you have ever felt overwhelmed the minute you walk in your door by the clutter that you see and you didn't know where to start, I've created this 5 in 5 series for you. I'm going to share 2 of the biggest challenges that people face and a quick story that's relatable to all of you, as well as practical tips that you can use right away. So let's get started. So the first challenge is being overwhelmed. And let's be honest, that clutter, honestly, can feel like that tidal wave. You look around, you see piles everywhere, and you instantly shut down. That heavy feeling of overwhelm keeps you stuck, and then you never make a dent in all the piles. So a really quick story. One of my clients, a busy working mom, had several bags of stuff piled up in her living room from one of her decluttering sessions. She just never got the bags out the door. And every time she came home, she wanted to just cry because she didn't even know where to begin. And once she shifted her mindset, that she didn't have to do it all at once, she didn't have to take out every single bag at one time, her mindset shifted and everything changed for her. So instead of trying to conquer the entire house, the secret is to shrink your project. Think micro, not massive. You only need to start with one tiny step. So one of the quick doable tips is to set a timer for 10 minutes. Pick just one drawer, one shelf, or one small area and focus only on that. No multitasking, no distractions. And at the end of 10 minutes, you're going to see a very visible win, and that gives you the energy to keep going. So remember, small wins build momentum. You don't have to do it all in one day. One tiny, consistent step each day leads to massive results over a period of time. The second major challenge that people face is not knowing where to start. So, should you start in your kitchen? Should you tackle your garage, your basement? That uncertainty leads to decision paralysis, so nothing gets done. So a quick story, a Gen X couple that I worked with was feeling this exact frustration. Their entire basement was filled with boxes, and they knew they had to get to it, but every single time they started, they would argue constantly over where to start. Finally, they picked just one visible area right near the doorway, and once they cleared that particular space, they were amazed at how much better and lighter it felt, and so then they wanted to keep going. So when you're stuck, start where you're feeling the biggest emotional payoff, that area that bothers you the most. It could be your kitchen counter, your mudroom with all the book bags in it now, your nightstand, or some other area. But clearing that first thing will give you that instant relief. So use that one decision rule. You probably have heard of this, but every item that you touch, you make a decision. You're going to keep it, you're going to donate it, or you're going to toss it. No putting it back for later on, or another decision another day. So don't overthink. Action definitely beats perfection every single time. So you're not decluttering your entire life. You're just building a habit that's going to be lasting. So here's today's takeaway. Decluttering doesn't have to be overwhelming. You don't have to wait to start until you figure out the perfect starting place, the perfect day to start. Begin small. Start with one very visible area that bothers you the most and make one decision at a time. So if this helped you, please make sure to share it with your friends, family, colleagues, and who also might be feeling stuck. And don't forget to join me next week. I do hope you subscribe to my channel. And also, if you want some additional help and quick tips and motivation for decluttering, I don't know if you've ever read Dana White's book called Decluttering at the Speed of Life. I've read it several times, and every single time I read it, I get something else out of it. The link is in the in below. So another book that you might like is Joshua Becker's book, especially if you have children. It's about clutter-free environments with kids. It is possible, believe it or not, to have a clutter-free environment when you have children. And there's also an exciting announcement that I want to make, that in early October, I'll be releasing my newest workbook. It's called Letting Go. Learning what the best decluttering method is for you and for your personality. There'll be more on that later, but I'll let you know. Have a great week, and I will talk to you next week.